board. All right. Happy team call, June 5th. Thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy schedules, out of your busy lives to show up for a little bit of your unique business. I know we all have lots of important things going on, and I can't tell you how much it means to me that you consistently show up and that you make this a priority, because it's a priority for me, and I'm carving out time out of my life too to make this happen. So it very touches my heart that y'all would be on. So I wanted to share with you a little success story that we've been having with Sherry and Amber, but neither one of them are actually on to talk right now. Sherry's probably getting naked. She's gonna hate that I just said that. We started the third-party recruiting system last week, and I talked to you guys about that on the team call. So just to recap, the whole purpose of the third-party recruiting system is that you reach out to your prospective people, maybe a top 10 or top 20, whatever that is, and you say, hey, I'm so excited. One of the elite leaders in our company, she's in the top 2%, she speaks in front of hundreds, has offered me an exclusive opportunity to hand select just 1 or 2 people that I think have a lot of potential. And I was just wondering if you were free Sunday night at whatever, 8 o'clock, and to hear what this woman has to say, because she really knows her business. Okay. So, Amber and Sherry had success stories. Amber and Sherry had people that had calls. And I think what this does is it removes the pressure for you to have to close the deal, right? Because sometimes we don't know what to say, and if we're going to say the wrong thing, and honestly, it's only $99. But when people are saying it's $99 and I don't have the $99, it's because there's something else in their life that's concerning them, something else that they're nervous about. And saying $99 is like the easy button out of the conversation. They feel like if they say, oh, I don't have the money, then that's going to end the conversation. But the truth is, it's probably something else. Like they're not sure that they'd be successful, or they're shy, or they're insecure, or maybe they don't think that they'd be good at it. Whatever it is, it's almost always a lack of confidence in themselves that they can do it. So coming on a line with somebody that's a leader in the company, not you, their friend, but like a third party, somebody that's not biased, right? And then they're not going to feel like every time you see them that you're going to hit them up for the business opportunity. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Right? So you put it on me, and it's the least I can do. And I say, and then this is what happens. Sherry and Amber both introduced me. They said some nice things, yada, yada, yada. I went in, and I didn't even tell them my story right away. I made it all about them. And for the first 10 minutes, they just talked about themselves. I asked them the form: family, occupation, relationships, recreation, motivations. I just really started peeling back the layers about who they are. And then when I went in with my story, I customized it to trigger the things that they already told me that they didn't realize they were telling me. Does that make sense? And both of those ladies said that they were going to sign up this month. So now you know nothing is final until they actually click join, because that's how this business is. But there's 2 people that are closer to yeses than they were before, right? So if you're feeling like recruiting is challenging for you, like you're having a hard time getting people to commit, this avenue may work for you. And I would love to give it at least a try, right? How does it impact you to try versus how does it impact you to not try? If you don't try, the answer is still no. Trying gives you an opportunity to get a yes. Okay? Okay. So that was very exciting. I'm happy for both Sherry and Amber. And Sherry even said after that first one, she's already got another girl lined up for another call. So I will do any of those anytime with you guys. It doesn't have to be in the evenings. I'm pretty flexible during the day. Like, you work out times Get like 2 or 3 times from your people, or you set up 2 or 3 times that work for you, and then just let me know and I'll try to make it work with you. Okay. But I really think that this is a great alternative to the grinding that we've been doing and the messaging that we've been doing, just to do it a little different, to revive some of those conversations. And you can even say things like no pressure, just for some information kind of thing. But it's important that we start cultivating those conversations. If you're not building a recruiting list, you're not recruiting. And if you're not recruiting and growing your team is dying, because it's the rule of 3. 1/3 of every part of your team is leaving as you're bringing in another third, and 1/3 is working. Okay, so it's this revolving door of people all the time. Especially you can see it like when you get a little bit of a bigger team. Right now, I think we have like 15 people that are in the red on my team. So when you look down, that's 15 people that could possibly be rolling out. What does that mean? In order to maintain levels, we need to be bringing in 15 people. Right now, you might be sitting on a team of 1 or a team of 2 or even a team of 0. But as you start adding people, you've got to constantly, it's not just a matter of backfilling. We want to grow. And the only way we can do that is if it's our number 1 priority. Recruiting is the number one priority. Not just for me, but for you. I want to see some promotions going down. And we're in June and July, and a lot of people will say that sales are a little bit slower in the summertime because people don't wear as much makeup in the summertime. They cut back on how much they apply. Not me. And they also say that people are on vacations a lot and whatever. Those are just excuses, because people buy when they need. And if they need a refill, they buy a refill. If they need a new thing, they need a new thing. But ultimately, the summer months are the best recruiting months. They are the best recruiting months. And what you do is you load up on all your recruits in June and July, and then come August, with the excitement of convention and the launch and the announcement of all the new products. That's why so many people promote in August and September. It's because they bulk recruit in the summer, June and July. That's the formula that all the leaders that I've talked to, that's the formula that they follow. They might not have a heavy in sales in the summer, but they annihilate recruiting, right? So that's why it's so much in my focus, because I listen to my leaders and I'm being coachable. And if that's what they say works for them, then we're going to try it. Hopefully you guys are on board. Okay. So then the last thing that I wanted to talk about really quickly is the training program. So has anybody successfully gone through all of the videos and all of the training that we put out there? This is not I'm not trying to call anybody out. I'm just asking.
A lot of them.
You went through a lot of them? Okay.
A lot of them.
I'm trying to, because it's only been in place for about a month, I'm trying to get some feedback on how it's working. I had I wish Becky was on. Becky signed up last Friday, and she's like, I've already watched all the videos. And I was like, and she had a couple questions, and anyway, she's getting started. But some of you guys have been in a little bit, so you know a little bit more, and maybe it would make, just to get some feedback. I wanted to really talk about how we feel like that training module is working, because if we're focusing on recruiting, we need to make those tweaks now to get that recruiting tool like completely like working as good as possible. Does that make sense? Hopefully.
Well, how many are there?
I'm sorry, what?
How many are there of the videos?
I think there's like 22 videos.
Okay.
There's a lot. Because it's a 30-day training module. And I tried to do lots of videos, but there's some days where there's not videos. So I think there's like 20 plus videos for sure. Okay. Questions? How are things going? What are your struggles in your business? Let's do a little Q&A.
My biggest struggle when I'm doing my live stuff is to get to people to engage, to start talking. And it seems like it's me doing most of the talking, which I know happens a lot. But and get them to help share my page and get me out there to people that I don't know. because right now I've got kind of limited resources from my friends. I mean, I've invited all the ones that I have, and it's, it's slow, but it's getting out there a little bit. I mean, I've got a lot of views on my videos, but not much else.
Are you going back and thanking everyone for coming on in a private message, not in the comments, but in a private message?
Yes, I do the message after every live.
Yeah, it's a very just for anyone else that might not be doing that, going back and saying, thank you so much for all your support. I really appreciate you coming on live. And something else you could even say is, if you ever have any suggestions for looks, I take requests.
I've done that too, actually.
Yeah, so that would be a good way to have conversation starters.
Okay. Yeah.
And then are you boosting your algorithm before you go live?
No, I haven't. I did 1 or 2 times after, but I didn't think about doing it beforehand.
So 30 minutes within 30 minutes before going live, you want to go in your Facebook and you want to comment, GIF, like with the little emojis. You want to heart, not thumbs up. You want to really just love all over Facebook. Just sprinkle yourself around, because that's going to add that's going to tell Facebook that you're active and you're engaged and you're somebody that should be listened to. And at least everybody that you love on should be the people that you want to buy from you and the people that you want to sign from you. Don't go up on Cheryl's page. Don't get me wrong. Cheryl's her sister, by the way. We love Cheryl, right? But liking and commenting on her things aren't going to be as effective as liking and commenting on somebody that's a potential recruit or somebody that's for a potential sale, because they're going to get a notice that you're live. And then after you've already loved on them, then maybe they feel like they want to reciprocate that love by coming on your live.
Okay. Yeah. Now I do post, before I'm going live. I usually earlier in the day, I'll say going live at so-and-so time. And then I'll try to put something else out there right before I'm going live or something to kind of give people a heads up.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely a great formula. The one thing, I know you have good numbers, but if you want to get more engagement, it would be to try and get those algorithms boosted ahead of time, and then ask lots of questions. Or keep queuing them. Sometimes, as new viewers cycle in and out, it's like this little revolving door. You have to keep queuing them over and over and over again. If you're new to my page, say hi, tell me where you're from. I always like to say, what's your favorite cereal? I don't know why I say that. I'm just weird. And I feel like it's something different. It makes people think. And now we're talking about Lucky Charms and graham cracker, whatever, and Golden Grams, and now everybody's got something to say, right?
All right. Sometimes it's like crickets. Question and there's nothing. It's like, okay, all of y'all have gone to sleep on me out there. And a lot of the ones that watch me right now are a lot of my old high school mates. So, we're chit-chatting and having a good time, but then all of a sudden it just goes dark. And it's like, okay. But, I always get good feedback from them, but it's just trying to get further than that.
I think also a very big, important thing is that you can't cling to the numbers.
Right.
You can't cling to the number of people that are engaged with you and think it's a true reflection of your success in your lives, because people will watch and not say anything. It's called looking. And I will have people message me like, oh my God, I saw your live. And I'm like, who are you? I've never even talked to you before. Like, where did you come from? And she's like, oh my God, I saw your live. And I'm like, were you on live? Because I didn't see you.
Yeah.
So
I have had a bit of that. So that's exciting.
And then getting it after the fact too. Like, the one good thing about lives is that people can watch it in their own schedule. Sometimes I'll have people say, I'm watching you from work, so I can't really hear you, or I can't really say anything because I'm at work and I'm trying not to get busted. You never know what somebody's going through in their own personal situation. And so what we do is we fill it in with story. We fill it in with this, oh, well, they must not like me, or, oh, I must not be that funny, or, oh, this is not a good time for me to be going live. We've completely filled it in with story, and we have no idea why somebody is or isn't commenting, why somebody is or isn't live or coming on live. And you just got to put it out there and let it fly. Don't try to hold it back with some kind of thoughts around whether it's good or bad or the right time or the wrong time, or I only had 5 people and last week I had 12. None of that matters.
Right.
Consistency is what matters. Because it'll ebb and flow.
Yeah. Well, I'm having a blast.
Well, I'm glad because you're doing amazing.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions? I told you this was going to be a quick one. Sometimes I come in here and I've got like a billion things to say.
If you want, I can talk a little bit about the phone call that we did.
Yes, Sherry, give us your perspective.
Now that I've got my face off and got changed, and yes, I was in the middle of changing when you said that, of course. That's what happens when you run nonstop. So the call we did on Sunday was amazing because Erica's kind of been on the fence. She wants to join, but she needed that. I think she needed that little extra push for her husband, and it was perfect because her husband was in earshot. So Marie tailored the whole conversation to how she spoils her husband through you. And I think that was really the main clincher. Now, I know she has some financial issues she has to take care of before she can join, but she is a makeup loving woman. And when I mentioned to her about joining about 2 weeks ago, she kind of hemmed hawed, money, da 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 da. Then when I mentioned, look, I have this amazing elite, leader. She's more than a leader to me. She's a friend, and she's offered to do a call with you if you're interested. And she goes, sure, I'm in. I was like, whoa.
That was easy.
Yeah, that was super easy. So, I said, well, how about Sunday evening? Yep, that's cool. I'm like, 7:30 work. Okay, yep, that's fine. She was just so easy to set up. And it was great because Marie was sometimes when you have a direct link with somebody, you can say something a million times and they never hear it. But when it comes from somebody else, it's like a light bulb and it clicks on. It's like, oh yeah, I can do that. And I think by her hearing that, this was a legit business, that she has tax write-offs, and the fact that, her husband would get spoiled with things, that, it does have a love it guarantee, all of those things, even though I have told her those things, it was just, all of a sudden set in cement when Marie said it. So that was great. It was amazing. In fact, even when I got off the phone with y'all, later that evening, I'm talking myself into this more and more and more. So I think she is definitely 100% in. She just has to pay for her insurance on her getting her car registered. That's kind of important. And then I think she's joining. So I definitely advise, if you can get your girls, get somebody on the call with Marie, set it up and make sure Marie knows up front what they think the fear is, and let Marie roll with it.
Okay.
So.
It's like a tag team, right? You already know these people in and out. You're already really close with them and you know what their hangups are. So if you can kind of download a little bit of that with me first, then it's like I just come in for the knockout. You've already primed them. If they show up on the call, they're already interested. They already want to say yes. We just haven't unlocked the combination yet to their wallet to swipe and join. Right? So that's all it is. And I think also with this style of recruiting, this third-party recruiting style, it's so different than what everybody else is doing right now in their recruiting styles and in the other MLMs. Everybody is pretty much just messaging, hey, you want to join my team? Hey, you want to join my team? But we're doing something different. We're giving them an opportunity to just get some information and to see what it's all about without any pressure. I didn't try to close her at the end of that call. I didn't say, so you want to sign up right now? I didn't do any of that. I said, so what do you think is a good time? Like, how would you like us to follow up with you? But she had already given us all the yeses. She had already given us all the green flags. And that's exactly how it was with Amber too. And also sometimes it's just nice for them to feel like they know you, right? Like, because when people, with authenticity is like so huge in this business, and when people feel like they know you and they like you, then they want to be a part of what you're doing. And going on these little Zoom calls is great. It gets out of the messenger. It gets out of their, comfort zone. They come on a video, and it just totally transforms the way that they feel about the business. So I am so stoked about this method. So
Good.
And Sherry's about to have a recruit from it.
Mhm.
So, all right. So if you're wanting to recruit, let's make that happen. Sending out just a few messages. Also, just a little recap. Fast Start is up and running. I know some of you are working on it. It's actually not that hard. It's gotten so much better. This new Fast Start program, $1,000 in sales and 2 recruits get you the Fast Start charm. And you have until the end of July? No, July 15th.
Isn't it?
You have till July 15th.
Yeah.
But if you're in my Fast Start chat, then you have until the end of June because there's a prize on the line. If you can do it before the end of June and get those hustle hats on, then you get a little prize.
Nope. I got to do it quick.
Well, Leslie's already got the $1,000 in sales. She only needs the 2 recruits.
That's right.
You can
Some
do it.
more.
You can do it.
Except I'm going to be, MIA.
I know. Let's send a little love to Leslie, everybody. She's having heart surgery on Friday. Talk about beast mode.
Yep. That's going to be me.
I made yellow sitting in a hotel.
Oh, thank you.
I made yellow in a hospital bed, so trust me, you can do it.
I said, you know what? If I just have to just get out there and do it, I'll just go live from the hospital bed,
Mhm.
I'll just do it.
That is some commitment.
You should be selling to every nurse that comes in to check on you.
Well, that's what I said. How much makeup can I take with me to the hospital?
Take your catalogs and your business cards.
Take it all.
When they're, because nurses are so caring, and I just had open heart surgery. Here, try this mascara.
Try this mascara. Look what it does.
I gotta pay my hospital bills.
Oh my God, I don't even want to think about that. Lord.
All right, friends. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and end the recording. This was a pretty quick one, wham bam.